Forest Island. The local government has done their best to deny the island's existence. However, recent satellite images from US intelligence suggest that not only does the island exist, but the scope and scale for whatever they're working on has expanded exponentially. Locals won't go anywhere near the damn place. They say that the island is cursed. While on vacation recently, the president's son joined a group of tourists that stumbled upon the island. They came across the slaughtered remains of some massive animals. The group left the island immediately, but when they returned, the president's son was missing. Last night, Delta Squad was dispatched to infiltrate the island and assess the situation. Shortly after Delta Squad's arrival, communication was gone. The last report ended in a gunfight, filled with screams. All the radio picks up now is static. Any attempts to re-establish communications with Delta Squad since then have failed. Now I need to get in there and figure out what the hell is going on. I just hope I'm not too late. Command, come in. I made it to the island safe and sound. Parked near Delta's boat, but no sign of anyone just yet. Over.
Solid copy. That's good to hear. Stay on your toes, Mike. We're getting some slight interference on our end. Over.
Copy that. I'll investigate the immediate area to see if I can find any leads on Delta Squad's position before I head any further. Over.
Check that boat if you haven't already. Maybe they left something behind that could be of use. Over.
Good idea. The motor looks damaged, but I found some spare bullets they left behind. 9mm. They fit perfectly into the gun I already have. Over.
Well, aren't you lucky? Maybe some of that luck can rub off on Delta Squad. Hopefully they'll all be able to come home with the VIP in one piece. Radio back when you have something more riveting to report, Charlie. Over.
Roger that, Command. Commencing my vacation at Forest Island. Over and out.
Welcome back, everyone. Today we're gonna be playing Creatures of War by Chaos Entertainment. So, I have to say, Creatures of War really surprised me, as I was a fan of Dino Crisis back in the day, and Creatures of War is exactly that. It's Dino Crisis in 2D. And although I do enjoy the game, doesn't mean that I don't have my grips with it. And my first grip is the janky animation. And oh boy, is the animation junky. We're talking about walking, we're talking about jumping, anything that the main character seems to do, it's filled with junk. It reminds me a bit of those paper toys that they had very stiff movements. I cannot explain it at the moment, but I'll try and find an image of it so you guys can see. But that's exactly the only thing that it makes me think of, is paper toys with string. And yeah, puppets with strings, exactly. So, problem in here is that exactly that. The idea is very cool. It's Dino Crisis, like it's announced as a Metroidvania, or at least it was announced as a Metroidvania, if I remember. But I didn't play much to actually see if it was a Metroidvania or not. And I didn't play much because at some point in the game, the animations do start to bother you. When you jump, the guy is jumping up to the moon. It's woof, it's bad. That is really bad. But even if you can surpass that, the combat is very simplistic if you play with the controller, and this is a kind of a twin sticker kind of game, because you have to control the character with both sticks. It is talking about the gun, not the character himself, but the gun. At least when you shoot, you have to control it with the right stick, and that, if you're playing with the controller, can make it extremely hard than it should. I don't know how it is with mouse and keyboard, because I usually don't do that. The animation reminds me a bit of Assault and Sanctuary, if I remember, and if you play that game, you will know what I'm talking about. Where Assault and Sanctuary, albeit being an amazing game, has a bit of a junky animation that I didn't enjoy, as the characters' movements are always very stiff. This is the same thing. Character movements are very stiff, and that bothered me after a while. But the rest of the game is quite good. The idea is really good. There is another thing that made me laugh but didn't. I understand, since I believe it's a solo developer, so had to do with what he had. And it's the voice acting. The voice acting, I don't know if they were trying to be serious or not, but the voice acting can be quite fun. If you see a trailer for the game, you'll know what I'm talking about. And yeah, where everyone is trying to push a really intense acting in here, and sometimes it just comes in as funny, not as serious. Well, that's my review of the game. I do advise you to try it if you want to give it a shot. Although I don't know how long the game lasts. I see one of the comments that person was playing for 14 hours and says that this was half of the game. So it means that if this person was correct, it means that the game is around 30 hours, which I don't believe. 30 hours is too much for this kind of game. And yeah, it would be probably one of the biggest ever Metroidvanias. You know, I know what you guys think, that Metroidvanias usually tend to be big, but not really. It depends. A Hollow Knight can take you many hours, it can be very quick as well. 14 hours, I think it's an exaggeration for this kind of game. More than that, it's just brutal. Not something that I would do. I don't think the story can be that interesting to keep you gripped for 14 hours or more than that. Sorry, but no. So there you guys have it. That's my honest opinion about it. I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, don't forget to click the like button. If you're not subscribed, now it's a good time. And good luck. I'll see you next time.
A civilian. Excuse me, are you okay?
Huh? Oh, I'm alright, just catching some fresh air. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just arrived on the island, looking for some friends of mine. You wouldn't happen to have seen anyone pass by recently, have you?
I have not seen anyone pass through here, unfortunately. Even more unfortunate is that old Betsy's been stuck at this station all night. But if you happen to activate any other tram locations while running around out there, I'll be able to move around more freely and help you look for your friends.
Oh, so you're the tram operator.
Bingo. Come in. Let me show you around. Welcome to my humble abode. Make yourself at home. Come to me and I'll hook you up with the latest and greatest merchandise on Cove Rest Island. In exchange for some coin, of course. I also know a guy who collects exotic treasures, so if you find anything that looks expensive, bring it to me, and I'll make it worth your while.
What kind of merchandise are you talking about?
Well, why don't you take a look for yourself? Awesome gear on sale just for you. I always find more junk whenever I'm driving around, so come back often if you want to check out what else I happen to find. And feel free to take a look around the rest of the tram.